So here I've got what a lot of people refer to as a Macrame knot. It's a way to attach a rope to an anchor that gives me an option to retrieve it without having to pull half of the rope all the way up and around that anchor. And I've got 6 interlocked bights here, and the theory is that this is the strand that I will load for my descent, and this is my recovery strand. And I've heard people say that if you inadvertently pull the recovery strand, it's not catastrophic because then that one becomes capable of being loaded and the other one becomes the recovery strand. And when it comes to retrieving the rope, I just need to alternate strands left and right until I get to the last one, and at that point the rope will fall down to the base. That's the theory, but how does it actually work if I've loaded that rope up? Set up on a single bolt here, I've got a Macrame knot which has passed a bight through it and then taken 6 consecutive bights. Then I'm choosing to load this strand, and the idea is I can load this one to retrieve my system. I've heard a lot of people say there's a lot of security in this because if you pull this one, you have to alternate to release them. However, I think we'll find that if I just take this rope up and load the system up, I've got to be pretty careful because if I'm in a situation where I could inadvertently load this release strand, what happens? So, and you'll see that it's not that extra security of having a second strand biting and preventing that fall. So I'm going to tie a Macrame knot now. This time I'm going to use a 6mm cord. This is the power cord. I wouldn't normally use this to descend, but I'll just use it as a demonstration and see what happens with a thinner cord rather than a thick one. I'll start with a bight and pass it through my bolt, and then I'm going to take alternating sides of the loaded and the unloaded strand, if I can call them that. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and I'm deliberately keeping nice and tight here. 5 and 6, and I'll make that 6th one a little bit longer. Now let's see how it goes. In theory, to retrieve this system, I'll pull this strand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then my rope will I can retrieve it from the ground without pulling the rope around an anchor. I do have this bight falling down, and there's a potential it could snag on other obstacles that then I'll have to retrieve it around. But one more time I'll tie that. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let's see how the thinner one goes. Take up on the system, bring this up a little bit lower. Okay, now if I inadvertently load this strand, I've got a crash mat underneath me. But if I load this enough to unweight the system, then similarly it's going to pull all the way through.